When it comes to setting goals, you argue that it's important to set abstract goals, but not too abstract. So the example you gave is it's better to focus on a goal of improving your mental health than simply saying be happy, because it helps give you that next action of what to do. Where do you draw the line between too abstract versus just making sure that it still remains abstract?
Yeah, so you can do an exercise with yourself. Just ask some why questions. Okay? Like I want to, I want to go on a run this morning. Why? Because I want to meet my weekly goal of running a certain number of miles. Why? Okay, because maybe I want to keep in shape. Why? Because this is important for my mental health. Why? Well, because I want to be happy. But notice that when we got to be happy, then the connection to the action was not very clear. Like there are many ways in which I can be happy, and running doesn't seem quite related to it. When I think about what will make me mentally healthy, and in this case, maybe physically healthy, then running might seem more related to it. And so I would say ask these why questions until the how becomes too obscure, okay, not very related to the goal, and then you went too far. You want to get to the abstract level, but the level that is still very clearly connected to action, that you can very easily say, and this is how I maintain my mental health, okay, or this is how I pursue business success, okay, or this is how I become a good leader.
Mm. And then what about the role in which, numerical targets, like quantifying our goals, plays on motivation? So if somebody were to say, I want to save money versus saying I'd like to save $10,000.
So numerical targets work, and they work to the extent that they motivate people to meet that target. You want to get the specific number. Recently, there was a paper published that looked at the distribution of marathon times in the US, and they had about 10 million marathon runners. And what they found is that there are many more people that are finishing the marathon just below the target, okay, just at let's say 3 hours and 59 minutes, than just above the target, which would be 4 hours and 1 minute, because many marathon runners want to finish a marathon under 4 hours. Okay, what's going on here? Well, once you set your target as 4 hours or 3.5 hours or 4.5 hours, this is highly motivating. You really want to meet this number. You are willing to work hard so that you get to that target. And so saving 10,000 or any other number that you came up with is better than just saying, I'm going to do my best. But there is one caveat that we often care about the number more than about the goal, and that can be dangerous. Okay, I in the past caught my 10-year-old waving his hand in the air by the end of the day because he was trying to get his Fitbit to the number of steps that he thought he needed to reach that day. Well, waving your hand in the air is not going to actually get you the steps and help your physical health, as we all know. Companies sometimes encourage employees to engage in unethical or at least less ethical activities so that they can meet that target. And so I say that it's important that the target has a number. Okay, it could be how much, it could be by when. Okay, we need to finish it by the end of the month, okay, by the end of the week. But you also need to realize that the only purpose for setting these targets was to motivate yourself. And if now the target motivates you in the wrong way, then step back, reevaluate the goal, and maybe set a different target.